Hello and welcome everybody. This is Fat Mo here on AchievementLand, bringing you another achievement review. Today's game is Doodle Ultimate Edition. It's a puzzle game released on Xbox One, I believe, on the 27th of January 2017 for the price of $10. And jumping right into it here, you see me, I've already gotten 865 gamer score out of 1,000, which nets me 17 of the 22 achievements. I believe I had already spent like 2 or 3 hours playing this game, and this is all about story mode basically, which is the main game. And if you have no idea what this game is about, it's actually a re-release, or like the revamped release of the phone version. There was a phone version, I believe there was a Windows 8 version as well. Basically, the premise of this game is that you're a god, sorta, and you have to create stuff. You start with the basic elements, and then you create stuff using these basic elements, and it starts to get more complicated as you progress through time, basically. And that's story mode for you. There's nothing really much to it as well. Now, what I advise you to do is, as I did just now, start off with the first 17 achievements, which is the main game. And whenever you start creating stuff, the game is going to sometimes prompt you to do quests, which is basically the quest mode. What you want to do is just press B and get back to their crafting until you're done with the whole thing. And as for the guide that I used the walkthrough on trueachievements.com, which I'm going to link in the description. And basically, its main game is comprised of 4 episodes. They don't really differ. It just gets more complicated as you keep crafting or creating things, basically, because you start off with the basic elements like life and water, air, sun, fire, and you starts gets complicated from there. Now, as the episodes increase, what happens is that the elements multiply, and you keep crafting things and crafting things. So, what I want to advise, it's a pretty simple completion, you guys. It took me like 4 hours maximum, and it was really, really uneventful. It'll take you like, and it's super cheap as well. It'll take you 4 hours. It's super cool. And so, what I did was that I followed the guide on True Achievements that I'm going to link in the description, as I said. It's pretty simple, and what that will net you are the first 17 achievements that you see that I've gotten, which are worth 865 gamer score, which is pretty good already. So yeah, these are basically complete the 4 main episodes, craft everything, craft all duplicates, all possible ones. That's why you need to follow the thing. That's the only part of it that's really like bothersome, because you need to really pay attention to detail so that you don't want to miss any outcome of the crafting. And yeah, and you have to not use hints, obviously, and you won't need them as well because you're going to be following a guide. So yeah, that's as far as achievements go for the main game. Now, there's only one part, which is the part you see me doing here on the guide, actually, which is the quest part, because you uncover quests, and I believe there are more than 5 quests, but there are only 5 achievement quests, which is an achievement for each of the quests, and that's the one that I'm doing right now. That's the first one. I believe it's called Robinson, and for some reason, I have something wrong with my Xbox currently, but you see me checking right now if I've gotten the achievement or not. So feel free to follow this guide if you want, for the first 3 quests, because the fourth one was really long. So I was like, no, the video is going to be like 20 minutes, so I'd rather really not. But you see me here, I have 4 left. That means I've already popped one. So yeah, that's the first one for you. And so the mechanics for the quests aren't really that much different. All you need to do is follow the guide on True Achievements that I'm going to link in the description, or follow this video. And that's about it, actually. So yeah, it's a pretty simple game. Yeah, sometimes they change it up a bit. Like you see here, for instance, this one is more of a medieval thing, so it has different elements, if I may say. Some of them are really the normal ones. Some are actually, believe the fourth quest is a hefty one. Like it's got some different elements to it, some technology elements. Some of them are medieval, like this one. We have like different. Like elves and dwarves and humans and orcs. So yeah, they change it up a bit, but no, it doesn't really differ from mechanic to mechanic. It's the same mechanic where you combine stuff together. But yeah, if you're watching the game and you're wondering, Dude, is that like the start of the game? Is there something to it? No, guys. It's it's just this. It's you combine stuff to get more stuff, and then you combine the stuff that you got to get more stuff. And I believe the quest tries to go and like put a twist on it because like it adds like a level of depth that like you here find me like a dragon and the dragon fights the warrior and you get a dead dragon because there was a fight, whatever. But no, the whole thing happening on screen is exactly what's happening in the game because there's nothing else to it. So yeah, as far as completion goes, it took me 4 hours. So to sum it all up for the achievement review, I give this an achievement difficulty of 1 out of 10. Achievement timing is 4 hours if you're being slow, but it's got quite a few missables because, as far as missable achievements, that is, because if you decide to not go and follow a guide for this game, yeah, you're gonna miss some stuff because you can't go to like the first episode, for instance, or the second episode and start from there. You're gonna have to start all over. So what I advise is, as always, just to follow that guide. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be cool. So that's as far as missables go. Quests, though, I don't believe you can miss quests. You just have to complete them, and it's gonna be quite misleading. Like, in order to complete quests or actually complete the main game, if you're not gonna follow a guide, it's gonna take a lot of trial and error. Like even with guides, I had to look up and find where everything is because sometimes they put it under. For instance, like looky here, if you look at that human symbol, sometimes the humans were not there. They were included in with creatures, so it differs according to quests, for instance. So yeah, that's as far as using guides. I highly advise you use a guide. And so, okay, to sum it all up, there are 22 achievements. You here see me pop the achievement for the second quest right there. So feel free to follow that if you want to do the second quest as well. You can follow my guide. If you follow the guide on True Achievements that we linked, you'll get your 17 achievements for completing all the quests, all the main game episodes, getting all the guides without using any hints, and that'll get you 865 gamer score. As far as the other five achievements, you have 5 quests that you need to complete. And for these, all you have to do is just follow the guide as well. All the game is just combining stuff, and so yeah, that's it. That's it for my achievement review. This has been Fatmo with another achievement review for Achievement Land. Happy hunting, you guys. Take care.